Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our channel. Every day, we will share a meaningful story in life to help you have more motivation for yourself and the life around you. Listen to our story. If you find it interesting, please click like, subscribe, and share so that we have more joy and motivation to create more useful videos. A bridge in the storm. Once, in a small village by the river, lived a boy named Sam. Sam loved the river. He spent his days skipping stones, fishing, and listening to the gentle sound of the water. But Sam was also a very shy boy. He found it hard to talk to others and often felt alone, even when people were around. One year, during the rainy season, the river rose higher than anyone had ever seen. Heavy rains poured for days, and soon the bridge that connected the village to the town broke under the strong currents. Without the bridge, the villagers couldn't reach the market to buy food or sell their goods. Everyone was worried. Sam stood by the riverbank, watching the water swirl angrily. He wished he could help. But what could a quiet boy like him do? That night, as he lay in bed, he remembered the small wooden raft he had built with his father long ago. It wasn't big or fancy, but it might carry someone across the river. The next morning, Sam brought the raft to the village square. "I think this might help us cross the river," he said quietly. The villagers looked at the small raft and then at Sam. Some laughed. "That little thing. It'll never work," they said. But an old woman named Mrs. Lee stepped forward. "Let's try," she said kindly. "We won't know until we give it a chance." Sam and Mrs. Lee tested the raft. And to everyone's surprise, it worked. It wasn't fast, and it could only carry a few people at a time. But it was enough to bring supplies from the town. Soon, Sam and a few others were taking turns ferrying villagers across the river. At first, Sam was nervous being around so many people. But as the days went by, something changed. Villagers who had never spoken to him before began to thank him. They smiled and shared their stories as they rowed the raft. "You've helped us so much, Sam," they said. "We're glad we have you." One evening, after a long day of rowing, Sam sat by the river and watched the sunset. He didn't feel alone anymore. He realized that even though he had felt shy and invisible before, he had always been part of the village. The people around him cared, they just hadn't had a chance to show it. And by helping them, he had opened the door for connection. The lesson. The saying, "You are not alone," reminds us that even when we feel isolated, there are people who care about us and want to help. Sometimes, we just need to take the first step, like Sam did, to let them in. It also teaches us that helping others can create bonds we never knew were possible. When we reach out, even in small ways, we remind ourselves and those around us that we are all in this together. No matter how big the storm or broken the bridge, we are never truly alone because we have each other.
Today, we also learn new words and phrases through the story. Remember, learn English can be fun when you practice regularly. So keep listening, learning and growing. Don't forget subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching. See you next video.